What does Flup actually see? When he looks at you, you probably think he sees his owner, maybe his favorite person. But the truth is, Flup has never looked at you and thought, "That's a human." What he sees instead changes everything about how dogs bond with us. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Because every single day, Flup is quietly reading you in ways most people never notice. So let's start with what your dog truly sees when he looks at you. Number 1. To Flup, you are part of his pack. Have you ever wondered why dogs follow humans so naturally? Why they sleep near us, watch us constantly, or become anxious when we leave? It's because dogs evolved around emotional connection. Thousands of years ago, the ancestors of modern dogs survived by forming deep bonds with their pack. And over time, humans became part of that system, which means when Flup looks at you, he doesn't emotionally see another species. He sees family. Your presence tells his nervous system, "I'm not alone." And that changes how he experiences the world. It's why Flup quietly follows you from room to room, even when you're doing absolutely nothing interesting. He's not spying on you. He's staying close to his safe group. And here's what most people misunderstand. Dogs don't stay near someone only because of food. If that were true, Flup wouldn't choose to lie beside you while you work, sleep near your bed, or stare at you quietly from across the room. Those are emotional behaviors, not survival behaviors. To Flup, being near you feels emotionally safe. Number 2. Flup watches your emotions more than your words. Have you ever noticed your dog reacting to your mood before you even speak? Maybe Flup comes closer when you're sad, or suddenly becomes cautious when you're frustrated. That's because dogs don't primarily understand humans through language. They understand emotion, your breathing, your posture, your facial tension, the speed of your movements. Flup studies all of it constantly. Research has shown dogs are surprisingly skilled at reading human emotional expressions, which means when you smile softly at Flup, his brain processes that very differently than when your face looks stressed or angry. And dogs are so emotionally sensitive that they often mirror the emotional energy around them. If your home feels calm, Flup relaxes. If your energy feels chaotic, his body becomes tense too. Because when Flup looks at you, he's not just watching what you do, he's watching how you feel. Number 3. Your scent means more to Flup than your face ever will. Humans rely mostly on vision. Dogs don't. To Flup, smell is identity, memory, comfort, safety, connection. That's why your dog can recognize you instantly without even seeing you. Before you walk through the door, Flup already knows it's you. Your scent reaches him first. And what's fascinating is, dogs build emotional memories around smell, the same way humans do around photographs. Your scent becomes connected to comfort and safety deep inside Flup's brain, which explains why stressed dogs often seek out objects carrying their owner's scent. A hoodie, shoes, blankets, laundry piles. Not because dogs are strange, but because your scent helps regulate their nervous system. To Flup, your smell feels like home. Number 4. Flup has learned an entire language just for you. Have you ever noticed how your dog has different barks, different whines, different little sounds, depending on what he wants? Dogs are incredibly adaptive communicators. Over time, Flup slowly learns which sounds get your attention. The bark for going outside sounds different from the bark for excitement. The whine for anxiety feels different from the whine asking for food. And without realizing it, you and your dog slowly build a shared emotional language together. But here's what makes it even deeper. Flup also learns human words emotionally, not just logically. He notices which tones mean comfort, which sounds predict walks, which phrases come before stressful moments like baths or vet visits. That's why dogs often react emotionally to certain words long before fully understanding them. And the most powerful word of all, usually their own name. Because over time, their name becomes emotionally connected to how you make them feel. Safe, loved, seen, or stressed. That's why the way you say Flup matters more than most people realize. Number 5. Your presence physically changes Flup's stress levels. Remember earlier when we talked about how your presence emotionally regulates your dog? Science actually proved this. Studies found that bonded dogs experience measurable stress reduction when near their owners. Heart rate decreases, stress hormones lower, the nervous system calms down, which explains something beautiful many dog owners notice every day. Flup can be restless, anxious, unable to settle, until you walk into the room. And then suddenly, he relaxes, lies down, breathes slower, falls asleep. That isn't coincidence. Your presence literally helps his body feel safer. To Flup, you are not simply someone who feeds him. You are emotional safety. Number 6. Flup remembers how you make him feel. Dogs may not think exactly like humans, but emotionally, they remember patterns extremely well, especially emotional ones. If someone consistently scares a dog, the dog remembers. If someone creates calm and safety, the dog remembers that too. And over time, those repeated emotional experiences shape the relationship completely. That's why tiny daily moments matter so much. The gentle voice, the patient walk, the calm touch, the way you greet Flup after a long day. Dogs slowly build emotional maps around human behavior. And eventually, Flup begins predicting how life feels around you. Safe, peaceful, unpredictable, stressful. That emotional memory becomes part of his world forever. Number 7. To Flup, you are home. At the beginning of this video, we asked what your dog actually sees when he looks at you. And maybe now, the answer feels different. Because Flup doesn't emotionally see an owner, a provider, or a human. He sees the center of his world, the place where he feels safest, the person his nervous system trusts most, the one presence that tells him, everything is okay now. That's why Flup waits near the door when you leave. Why he follows you quietly through the house. Why he sleeps better beside you. Why your voice calms him faster than almost anything else. Because somewhere deep inside his brain, you became home. And to a dog, there may be nothing more important than that. So tonight, when Flup looks at you quietly from across the room, remember this. He's not just looking at a human. He's looking at the person who makes the world feel safe. And if Flup is family to you too, leave your dog's name in the comments below.